Hey there, welcome to Sullivan Smart Sense. I'm Heather Sullivan. Thanks so much for being with us. We're going to have a lot of fun today because I know people are really itching to travel, but of course, inflation has been so high that's really making budgets really tight for everybody out there right now. So, we're going to talk about a really fun, different option that more people are taking interest in because it's a different alternative, maybe to help you avoid the craziness at the airports and save money on a trip, but still really enjoy some beautiful scenery with your family. Today, we are going to explore the exciting world of RVing. So I have an expert that's going to be joining us to tell you everything you need to know if you've ever been curious about doing this. So please join me in welcoming. Let me bring her up here on the screen here. This is Paige Boma, and she is with Trader Interactive. So thanks so much for being with us, Paige.
Hi, Heather. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to talk about RV travel for the summer.
Absolutely. And I love that you have beautiful scenery behind you because that's going to get us right in the mood for it.
Yes, get ready to get outdoors and have a great summer. Lots of fun vacation spots.
Yeah. Well, first, let's just tell people a little bit about what is Trader Interactive and let's talk about what you guys do.
Yeah, so part of Trader Interactive, we're the parent company for RV Trader, and RV Trader is the number one place to buy or sell an RV. And we have nearly 200,000 RVs available for people to search and look for. We also have lots of really great resources that can help you plan your next RV camping adventure.
Awesome. Well, you're the perfect person for us newbies to talk to. So I'm so glad you're joining us. Let's talk a little bit about what you guys are seeing. Like I was mentioning at the beginning, economy is tight, budgets are tight, and more people are looking at road tripping and different ways of doing that. So talk to me a little bit about what you're seeing in terms of a growing interest in RVing.
Oh, it seems like everybody wants to get out there in RV. COVID really kind of accelerated that interest because it was a great way to social distance and have a lot of fun with your family. So it got a lot of people into it, and then a lot of people stayed and got more of their friends and family into it. So really what we've been seeing, there's actually a recent survey done by the RV Industry Association, and approximately 44 million people are planning to take an RV trip this summer.
Wow.
Big number, right?
Yeah.
And let alone, we actually saw about 12 million people that planned a trip over Memorial Weekend in an RV. So we're just seeing this number continue to rise with people wanting to get out there. We also did a survey on RV Trader, and we saw that 61% of the respondents are planning to camp with their RV in the next 4 months. So we're going to see a lot of people out there, and we're even seeing that people are traveling up to like 10 hours from their homes for their destination. So wanting to
Yeah.
get outdoors and really explore the states.
Yeah, because with an RV, you can really maybe plan to go a little further than you might in a regular car. So let's talk about, and I'm going to show you folks while you're watching, I'm going to show you just some clips from Trader Interactive just to get you in the mood for some of the beautiful things you might see along the way as you're taking one of these trips. But talk to me about some of the popular destinations that you guys are seeing people are going to.
Yeah, there are so many great, just friendly destinations that you can visit near and far. I'll give you a couple of my top favorites that are a little bit local to the Texas area. So one of my family's favorite campgrounds are the Yogi Bear Jellystone parks. We absolutely love those campgrounds. They're all over. We take our kids there every year. So much to do. And there's one in Waller, Texas. So it is a great park because it is really designed for family fun. They've got water parks, pools, mini golf, a lazy river that wraps around. That's really fun just to relax in. And to me, the best part of camping in general and specifically Jellystone parks is that they've got daily planned activities. So anything from s'mores for the family, you can have movie nights under the stars. They do kids crafts all day long, just tons of stuff. And of course, it's fully stocked and ready for RV travelers. You got hookups, garbage, general stores, showers, internet access, laundry, all of those things that you're going to need to make it feel like home away from home. And they do have cabin rentals as well. So
Yeah.
it's a great one.
Yeah, and let's start there because I think that obviously that's the advantage is you're sort of taking this little mini home with you. So let's just talk a little bit about what is typically in an RV that sort of makes the trip a little more convenient and comfortable.
For me, it's the entire trip, right? Like you're basically taking all the comforts of home with you everywhere you go. So it's from the minute you drive out of your driveway to the minute you drive home, you are on your adventure, you're on your vacation. You've got everything there to make it comfortable and easy for you. You can stop along the way. So you can break up your trip. It's just really great. And it's got, again, all the comforts of home. So you're going to have everything depending on the type of unit you're looking for. It can be something super, super luxury. Or it can be something smaller, like a pop-up that you can tow with you. And it's, kind of like a cross between having a tent and also having an RV. So it just makes it really easy. Again, easy to travel, easy to set up with something like that. So it's great.
Yeah, so for someone who's just starting out on, looking at doing this,
Mhm.
what would be some of your advice for, sort of choosing the right type of vehicle and how to start preparing to take a trip like this?
For me, it starts with understanding, what do you want to do? Are you planning to travel often? Are you planning to travel far? Do you want to stay a little bit nearer to home? If you're planning to take, some cross country trips and you want to travel far away, probably more often, then I would absolutely suggest something like an A class or a drivable unit that's going to allow you to all stay together in the unit while you're driving to your destination. If you want to have something that's a little bit easier, that you can tow behind your vehicle and gives you the flexibility to also detach and maybe do some day trips when you get to where you're headed. I would suggest any type of towable unit. So you've got different types of towable units that you can get, including that pop-up that I mentioned. That's a really easy starter unit. And you can start on RV Traders, where I would say absolutely to start. It will give you the option to really look at all the different types of units that are out there, all the different types of floor plans that they have, and it's just a great place to start. Makes it really easy to see everything in one spot. It will connect you also to dealers, so you can then ask them questions. They're going to be your experts that can help you also figure out what's the right unit for you based on what do you want to do.
And people can either buy or there rentals for some of these types of things as well.
Absolutely. Yes, you can buy or rent, and you can spend time really comparing what's good about renting versus why to buy. And I really start, again, here. I start by saying, what are you looking to do? So renting it's great. It's budget friendly. It's a good way to kind of dip your toe in to see if you like it. If you're only planning on taking a couple trips a year, it's a great way to do it. And again, really nice to be able to try before you buy. So if you're thinking about, even if you've been camping and you already have an RV that you like, but you're maybe thinking about getting something bigger, it's a great opportunity to try out maybe an A class or a drivable unit if you have a towable unit, so you can rent there. And then again, with buying, I think it's great if you're thinking about taking multiple trips a year, and you want to maybe even have the flexibility to be able to jump in your RV on a long weekend, and not have to set up time to rent it and to plan those trips out. Or I see a lot of people wanting to buy an RV now so that they can even work from home. Kids are off work or off school. Kids are out of school for the summer, so buying an RV is great if you have that flexibility to maybe travel for the summer and even work remote from your RV.
Yeah, that's a great idea. For some people that might be intimidated about thinking, well, what is the cost of this? And I know we're talking about a wide range of different types of vehicles and things, but can you give a little perspective on how a trip like this might compare to flying or, driving yourself, or just kind of, how does it fit in on the spectrum cost wise?
um, Cost wise, it's going to be much more cost effective, especially for a family. Flying right now is extremely expensive, and plus you have to deal with all of the delays and cancellations when you are flying. So it also makes it a lot easier. But from a cost effective standpoint, you're not having to get a hotel. So once you even get to your destination, you don't have to get a hotel. You're packing your own food, so you're going to be a little bit more cost effective even there than going out and spending a lot of money at restaurants. Um, and it ends up saving you in the long run, especially if you're buying multiple tickets. I mean, you think about people that are traveling with families of 4 or 5 6, or it allows you to even say, you know what, I want to bring extended family with us, or I want to bring, I've got a 12-year-old son and he's got a lot of friends now, and leaving friends, it's like, no, I want to bring my friend. Well, it allows you to actually bring more people with you, and not spending the extra money there. So we do have a lot of resources also on RV Trader that you can check out. That actually, we've got something on our blog that actually will go through and compare, the cost between traveling by air and then traveling by your RV, and it gives you some cost estimates on how much it's going to cost when you get a campground, how much it will cost you to for gas, for some of the destinations you're going to be going to. So it's a great place to check that out, to get an idea of what it's going to cost you.
Yeah, that sounds like a really great resource. For people who might be going, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to drive a vehicle like this. There's also some training, some safety education, right, to help people
Absolutely.
become someone who can drive an RV, right?
Yes. It's something that I think people don't think about a lot, but even when somebody, goes to rent an RV, or you buy an RV for the first time, test it, take it out, drive around the neighborhood a bunch. Don't just, jump in the first time and be like, oh, let's go. We're going to go across country. You can jump in, you can take it to, a local area, drive around, get comfortable behind the wheel, spend some time understanding the ins and outs of your unit, whether you're, again, renting or even you're buying. Understand all the different pieces within it, where everything is, before you go, so that you're really comfortable in it, and you're comfortable driving it, but also comfortable actually using the unit once you're there and you know how everything is going to work, because it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Are there classes too people can take to learn how to drive one of these as well?
Sure, absolutely. And I would say really start with your local dealers. So, local dealer in your area, whether it's where you bought it, or you can go, get it serviced there, or just ask a local dealer where they would recommend that you could go to learn more about, getting comfortable behind the wheel. But there's also like online tutorials, you can watch videos on it. I don't think anything can really replace getting behind the wheel and just driving it around, and taking your first trip to somewhere local. I know when my brother and his wife got their first RV, the first thing they did was they went right down the street and stayed in a local, little RV place, just to get comfortable with how to use it. How do you set up your water once you get there? How do you hook everything up? So that's a good way to, again, get in easily.
Yeah, I love that idea. That's a great way to kind of dip your toe in
Yeah.
before you're out there and going, now what do I do? Um, do people need additional insurance? Is that something they should sort of make sure that they've also kind of got that planned in the budget?
Yeah, definitely you need to have insurance on your unit. So make sure that you have all your insurance. And again, I recommend always talking to your dealer, local dealer. They can really help you with that as well. And then we have tons of resources, as I mentioned, on RV Trader. You can go to our blog, and there's lots of information about just getting into RVing, first time buyers, what to do, what not to do, tips and tricks. So the more research that you can do, the more comfortable you'll be, whether it's talking to people or, again, checking out RV Trader.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit more about how one sort of prepares for a trip, because you kind of mentioned food and water and things like that. So, what are kind of the things people should look at, sort of packing and preparing and getting the RV or the camper, sort of ready for a trip?
Yeah. Well, it is all about packing wisely. And I am a checklist girl. So get your checklist. Again, you can print those off online. We have, again, different resources that you can get, but print up a checklist and then go through that. I mean, because you need to make sure you've got things like bedding, all your kitchen supplies, your toiletries, any outdoor equipment you might need. Make sure you've got things to make s'mores when you're out there. Don't forget saran wrap and tin foil. You want to make sure you got safety items like your fire extinguisher, first aid kits, emergency supplies. And don't forget, it's not like a hotel. You're not going to be able to call the front desk. So make sure you've got garbage bags, dish soap, toilet paper, all those things. And when you are packing, it is a smaller space, right? So I would say get creative. I've gotten really creative with how to use my space. So I even use my trash can. I'll put in a fresh new bag and then I fill it with a bunch of things that I'm going to need when I get there. So use up that space, and it just makes it a little bit easier. And then if you've got a towable unit, don't forget you can use the space in your vehicle as well to make sure you're packing well.
Great tip. Now we all know to pack our trash cans that use the extra space. I love that idea.
Little things like that. And don't forget zip ties. I love zip ties when I'm out camping. I feel like they're one of my little things that I use all the time.
Yeah.
Silly, but
cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about some of the different options, because even, and I'm going to show some of these videos again, some of these clips that you guys have sent us are different types of vehicles. So can you talk about the different kinds of things? And you mentioned some are things you're going to drive, some are things you're going to attach to your existing vehicle, and maybe what kind of vehicle you might need if you're going to tow something.
Yeah. Again, I think you want to look at either you want a drivable vehicle or a driver, or you're going to want something that you can tow. So many large, like trucks, even something like a 4Runner oftentimes can tow. So just check to see what the towing capability is. And then you can also check to see, it's listed on most listings. It's going to tell you what the vehicle weight is for the vehicle that you're buying, the RV unit that you're looking to purchase. So it will tell you that your vehicle is going to tell you, your truck's going to tell you what you can tow. And then also you'll be able to see how much that weighs, what unit you're looking to buy. And again, I can't recommend enough too, when you're finding your units, call your dealers, ask them questions. They'll help you understand this is the vehicle I've got. And then they'll be able to make recommendations too of what is the right unit to tow. But getting a good towable unit, and get anything from, as I mentioned, like a pop-up. They've got little teardrops that are really small, really easy to tow. You can get some beautiful toy haulers that will allow you to put all your toys and fun stuff in the back with your own little garage. You can put a golf cart in there. You can bring dirt bikes or an ATV or even a PWC, so you can actually launch that at like a boat launch if you're traveling somewhere that's by water and you want to be able to do something like that to have even more fun outside. So that's a great unit. And then just any type of towable unit. There's again so many options out there, but it really does feel like home. You'll have all the great amenities there. And then from a drivable unit, I would say what's really popular right now are B class. So they're like those big camper vans that you see that people convert. Those are a great option. You can find those also on RV Trader. A C class is something that's like kind of a cutout. It's really easy to drive. It's got a space at the top that you can sleep. It's got a bed in there at the top for you to sleep. It makes it really easy to drive farther distances, and everybody can kind of be buckled up together in the unit. You can make some food while you're traveling. So those drivable units are a great option, and you can get anywhere up to those big luxury coaches that are absolutely big and beautiful, and that's a great option. I wouldn't call it maybe a starter option, but it's great once you're ready for something like that.
Well, this is awesome. You're giving us so much perspective on all the different options out there. And it sounds like there's so many beautiful road trips to be had. You mentioned a couple of websites, and I have the traderinteractive.com here on the screen. But some resources people can kind of start with to just start finding information, maybe to find a good dealer in their area.
Yeah, RV Trader is absolutely where I would start to find a good reputable dealer in your area that can help you. And again, we've got over 200,000 units, so you're going to be able to really look from in your area to even look nationwide to find the right unit for you. It's a excellent place to start to find a a good dealer and a good unit. We also have private party listings on there, so you could buy from, a local person in your area looking to sell their unit as well.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Paige, thank you so much for being with us. You've really kind of opened up my eyes to all the possibilities of taking some really fun road trips. It takes me back to my family had one of those VW campers.
Oh, fun. Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it sounds like there's a lot of really great options out there. So thanks so much for sharing your insights with us. We appreciate it.
absolutely. And happy camping. Have a great summer.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. And thank you for joining us as well. Really appreciate you being with us. Be sure and join us here again on Sullivan Smart Sense and keep those ideas and questions and topics coming my way. We'll continue to keep focusing our shows to answer any money questions that you have. And of course, we love to talk about fun things like this now that it's a big travel season too. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.